Baby, sound. I saw your silhouette in the glass of a midnight train. For a second, every mile between us disappeared again. But it was only my reflection, wearing tired eyes, a stranger learning how to live beneath a different sky. The station signs were glowing, the platform almost bare. A woman held a suitcase like she had somewhere to be. I wondered how many people leave without a perfect word. How many hearts keep talking after no one wants to hear. You left your favorite sweater hanging by the bedroom door. I moved it to the closet, then I moved it back once more. Some goodbyes are like a shadow, you don't see them when they're near. Then suddenly they're everywhere, following you through the year. I thought if I kept moving, I could leave the feeling behind. But every city has a corner that looks a little like our time. And every song I never noticed has a line that sounds like you. Maybe running from a memory is the same as running through. Don't call it love if it only lives in yesterday. Don't call it forever if it fades and walks away. But don't call it nothing, don't say we were alive. We were real beneath the stars, even if we said goodbye. So let the memory be a photograph. Let it hold the smile and leave the past. I don't need to tear it into pieces to be free. I can close the door and keep the key. I started taking Sundays slowly, sleeping past the sun, making breakfast just for one, and finding joy in being young. I bought a plant I almost killed and somehow made it grow. Funny how taking care of something teaches you what you don't know. My father called last weekend and asked how I had been. I almost gave the usual answer, then I let the truth come in. I said I'm getting better, but some days still hurt like hell. He paused and said that's life sometimes, you don't have to hide it well. And somehow hearing someone say that made the room feel wide, like I didn't have to carry every broken piece inside. Maybe strength is not pretending that the storm has disappeared. Maybe strength is standing in it and admitting you're still scared. There are nights I miss the future that I thought we'd get to see. Not just you, but all the versions of the person I would be. But the future isn't finished, it was never set in stone. Maybe losing what I pictured is how I find my own. Don't call it love if it only lives in yesterday. Don't call it forever if it fades and walks away. But don't call it nothing, don't say we were alive. We were real beneath the stars, even if we said goodbye. So let the memory be a photograph. Let it hold the smile and leave the past. I don't need to tear it into pieces to be free. I can close the door and keep the key. Tonight I went up to the rooftop of the building where I stay. The city stretched beneath me like 1,000 open flames. Every window held a story, every street a different dream. And I realized I'm one small heartbeat in a world that's still moving. There were planes above the skyline heading somewhere far away. I watched them disappear and thought of all the things that change. You can't hold a plane against the sky, you can't ask a year to wait, and you can't keep loving someone just by standing at the gate. So I closed my eyes and pictured all the places I could go. Not to prove that I'm over you, but because I wanna know what it feels like when a new horizon calls my name. And I answer without carrying the weight of all the same old pain. The night is still the night we knew. The stars still burn above, but I'm not the same person who confused fear with love. I can miss you and keep walking, I can hurt and still move on. There is nothing wrong with darkness when you know the dawn will come. Maybe years from now I'll remember all the small things that nobody else could see. The way you sang the wrong words, the way you looked at me. But I won't use them as a reason to keep my world standing still. A memory can be precious without becoming a will. I hope love finds you gently. I hope it meets you halfway. I hope you learn the things I couldn't teach you how to say. And I hope when I look back on us from somewhere down the road, I'll feel grateful for the bridge we crossed before we let it go. Don't call it love if it only lives in yesterday, but don't be ashamed of all the ways it changed you anyway. Don't call it forever when it couldn't find a way to stay. But don't call it nothing just because it slipped away. I'll let the memory be a photograph. I'll let it hold a smile and leave the past. I don't need to tear it into pieces to be free. I'll close the door and keep the key. And maybe someday I saw your silhouette in the glass of a midnight train. For a second, every mile between us disappeared again. But it was only my reflection, wearing tired eyes, a stranger learning how to live beneath a different sky. The station signs were glowing, the platform almost bare. A woman held a suitcase like she had somewhere to be. I wondered how many people leave without a perfect word, how many hearts keep